It's 8.
Get ready to laugh your socks off. Or not, we don't care. It's a couple of laughs with Carrie Louise, seen on Showtime and Comedy Central. And her husband from The Tonight Show and runner-up on America's Got Talent, Tom Cotter. Buckle up, because this married for too long couple is ready to distract you from reality. Please welcome Carrie Louise and Tom Cotter.
Hey everybody, welcome to our show, Tom Cotter and Carrie Louise, a couple of laughs. We are here every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. If you like our show, please subscribe, like, share with a friend, do whatever you need to do to get the word out that this is a fun show, 8 o'clock. There's nothing on TV, right? There's nothing good on TV. And we're here Wednesday night, 8 o'clock.
And if you have kids, our Gripe of the Week is just for you. Stay tuned for that. And next week is something really special. We'll be having our very first guest on cancel culture episode,
right?
Where our producer, the fruit of our dirty loins, my son Harry, he'll be leading the interview. So that'll be a lot of fun. Please put a bookmark in your mind. Make sure you're there for that.
I'm so excited for next week's show. Our first guest. And, Harry had the idea to talk about interview comedians and talk about this whole culture that we have, cancel culture. And it's a great conversation. Ray Ellen is our first guest. And Harry, let's introduce Harry and he'll tell you all about it.
Hey guys, yeah, they kind of explained it, but we're very lucky to have Ray Ellen, our dear friend, well-known comedian, come on the show. Our very first guest, super excited for next week. Please tune in. And yeah, the segment's just basically to raise awareness about cancel culture and how it's affecting the entertainment industry and my parents and other stand-up comedians included. And it's just giving them a safe space to kind of share their opinions and just talk about it. And as always, I'll be in the comments. Don't be afraid to say what's up to us. Share your own opinions if you have the same gripe as this week's gripe. And enjoy the show, guys.
All right. Yeah. Yes, it's a safe place. It's a safe place. So no one's going to cancel us. And honey, we're not big enough, but someday.
That's true.
Someday.
And it's not a safe space, though. Safe space means, you can't say anything. We're going to say some stuff. So
we're going to say some stuff. That's right. Where are you this weekend? Let's talk about that.
Besides rehab, honey, this is exciting. I'll be going to Israel. I'm going to Israel. I fly out tomorrow night, and I will be there until the 23rd, working at a charity called Comedy for Kobe. It's a great charity. I've been to Israel before to perform with, and these guys are unbelievable. It's what a lineup we have here. Nick Griffin, Judy Gold, Avi Lieberman, myself. It'll be a lot of fun. Now, why Israel right now? And is this real? Yes, it is real. Why? Because Ukraine was booked. I couldn't get in there because, I like to work in war zones. It's a conflict there between Shiite Muslims and Jewish people. And what better way to solve that than bringing in a short, pasty white Catholic, middle-aged Catholic to try to settle things down. And they need humor. They need some levity. And I will be there to provide it. And I'm looking forward to it.
That's why I'm glad you're going. But as a wife, I'm a little nervous. I did check on your insurance policy. I did check on that before you left. But I'm going to be working for a PTA fundraiser. So I'm doing some fundraising myself, and I love working for the PTA. It's like Moms Gone Wild. It's like not really a PTA meeting, and so they can drink and laugh, and it's bad moms. So those are my people. I can't wait to go this weekend and do that. That's what we're going to be. But let's discuss what we're going to discuss this week. Now, it's maybe a touchy subject, but we're discussing politics, but not our politics. We're discussing how people deal with politics. Tom, take it away.
Yeah, and it's coincidental that we're wearing red right now. That has nothing to do with it. So we're not taking a side on this.
This is brown, by the way. It's brown.
Right. We're not jamming our politics in anyone's throat. What we're talking about is how it's dividing people. They say you should never bring up religion or politics in mixed company, but we need to talk about this. In my family alone, we have a big family. We have registered Democrats, registered Republicans, a couple of registered sex offenders, but they're not allowed to vote. So we're all over the map, and we still get along very well. Everybody's happy and healthy. We have some, lively debates sometimes, but Thanksgiving's coming up. You're going to be sitting around the table. Do you broach the subject? Is it going to be something that's going to send someone off and trigger them? That's how we feel about this right now. It's kind of a scary time. And check out this video.
Cut off contact with family members just because they are voting for Donald Trump. Yes. If so far they have not been able or willing to listen to compassion, to listen to kindness, to listen to you, or even to do their own research and discover that hatred's not the answer, that love and kindness is the answer. If they are unwilling to change, they must experience consequences. And you should not withhold those consequences from them. The consequence in this case would be they don't get your beautiful, loving, wonderful presence in their lives. It's over. And they are gone. You need to make it real for yourself.
Sir, the dramatics. Okay, Jeffrey, let me get this gay real quick. You are encouraging people to cut ties with their family members because they don't align politically with you. Insinuating that
Yeah. He, she, they, or whoever they call themselves is contradicting themselves.
Yeah. You shouldn't be able to shut someone out of your life just because you don't agree with them on something.
That's right. That's cult-like. That's wrong, and it's not good. Like I thought, like during the pandemic, I heard that people were getting divorced over their political views, and I thought maybe that had something to do with the pandemic. But it's carrying on to now. It's still happening. People are arguing, especially on social media. They're dropping friends. Have you ever heard of this post? If you don't agree with me, I'm unfriending you.
Yeah, I've seen that multiple times. Time to lose friends. And look, we're not pro-Trump or pro-Kamala here. We're pro-family. And the fact that something as trivial as politics, and it really is trivial at the end, you're talking about a 4-year term for a president. How can you let that tear apart your family and friendships? Also, it's friendships,
right? Long-term friendships.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a reason to get divorced. A reason to get divorced is our gripe last week with the paper towels.
Yeah,
that's a good reason to get divorced.
But I miss the old days. We used to have, in the 1970s and 80s, we had a guy named Tip O'Neill, who was the Speaker of the House. He was from Massachusetts, and he would battle with the Republicans on the floor of the House, and he would eviscerate them, and they would just go at each other, and he'd get all red in the face. And then at the end of that, once the session was over, he'd invite them all out for a beer. And that's how politics used to be. You could disagree in the House or the Senate, but once you stepped outside, you realized these are your fellow Americans. These people have way more in common with you than what divides you. But we're allowing this to go on right now, and it's scary. And if a ditzy Indian woman or a bloated orange guy can really tear apart your friendship, how great was the friendship to begin with?
Right. Yeah. And whatever happened to United in United States? Like, whatever happened? It seems like every time either the right or the left gets in, the other side just does everything they can to try to get that person impeached. And it's usually petty bad rumors, and they'll keep doing anything they can to get him impeached. So the poor guy or girl or president cannot rule the world. They're too busy combating all that's coming at them. And we're fighting against each other, which is very bad. That's when the enemies come in and they're laughing at us. And that's where we're going to get hurt. We should stand behind who the majority voted for and get to work being united.
Yeah. You know, the old phrase, united we stand, divided we fall. I mean, I think we show weakness when we're this divided. I really believe it. And I'm not talking about falling like Biden for the last 3.5 years on stairs. I'm talking about falling, like the nation collapsing, because, you know, the ones who are laughing at us right now, honey, are North Korea, Iran, Russia, China, all our adversaries. And I believe, and many people believe, I think it's been proven, that they are deliberately jumping on social media and trying to separate us and trying to get us so divisive that we're at each other's throats. And that's why comedy is so important, because comedy brings us all together and the one happy family.
Yeah. Right. I think that's true. And I do think that we're letting this happen to us. We're by people getting so mad at another person's opinion, we're letting them win. And that's a bad thing. So we need to be, people need to just go out to comedy clubs more.
That's right. You know, this verbal civil war we have going on right now is really distasteful and it's bad. And yeah, again, we have way more in common than we have what separates us. We're all Americans. I said to Kerry like a year ago, and I feel bad I said this. I said, you know what this country needs is another terrorist strike, because that brings the country together. Obviously, I don't want a terrorist strike, but we need something to unify us. We need a unifier in chief coming up. And unfortunately, I don't think either of the two candidates right now are that person, but hopefully the next round we'll get that unifier in chief.
Right. We're smarter than that. And we'll pull it together. Let's hope that there's not another tragedy. Let's just all go to comedy clubs. But seriously, this disagreement is petty. I feel like it's sophomoric. I feel like in a sorority, a bunch of girls talking about this, that, and the other. And the money, not to mention the money. We've spent so much money. And it's been going on since like Clinton got elected, that for years and years and years and years. And all this money.
Look, you're allowed to have disagreements. Kerry and I have disagreements all the time, right? And we still adore each other, and we're not going to rip apart our marriage because my father was a big Fox guy and my stepmother big MSNBC girl, and they would go into separate rooms and watch TV at night, but come out to eat meals together and to watch a movie together. And they were married for 50 years. So, you know, it can work, and I hope people can do that. Kerry and I, when we have an argument, we have an argument all the time. Like, I like to sleep with the window open, and she likes to sleep with her yoga instructor, and that's a problem. So we have to work.
That's not true. It's the pool guy.
Yes, but we don't have a pool, everybody.
We don't.
No.
What's really going to interrupt us in what we argue about and is when I put things on the steps to go upstairs to your bedroom to be put away, you walk by them. That's what is going to be our disagreement right there.
Would that be our gripe of the week?
Coincidentally, it's our gripe of the week. All right, our gripe of the week is I put things on the steps, and not only my husband crosses over them. You're not as bad. I'll agree. You're not as bad as the kids. The kids are the worst. They'll go up and down the steps like 9 times a day and just bypass their stuff. And half their stuff are things they asked me to buy for them. They're brand new, like their beauty products or whatever they want, their shaving cream or whatever. They just walk by it.
Okay, first of all, I'm offended that you said that our 3 sons have beauty products. They don't. They have male products, honey. Okay, first of all. Second of all, I don't like you lumping me in with that. I'm the Sherpa. I'm the guy that carries the crap all the way upstairs because it sits there for weeks and they just walk by it, and that's a wasted trip. I don't trust stairs. You know what I mean? They're always up to something. Hello, everybody. First point of the day. And I take steps to avoid them. But, most families have a flight of stairs. We have a fight over our stairs. And that fight is, if we put something on the stairs, it's supposed to signal to you, it's time to bring this up to your room. It's to get it out of the way. But people just step over it all the time. In the middle of the night, sometimes I wake up to go downstairs to let the cat in or get a beverage, and it's dark out, and I go falling ass over tea kettle down the stairs because I'm tripping over a tea kettle. By the way, who puts a tea kettle on the steps? Anyway, I don't like that stuff. I don't like that the kids just leave it there. I grew up in a big family. We had 6 kids, and always we had stuff on the steps, but it only stayed there for like half a day. Then you carried it up, because if you didn't, the steps became impassable. We had so much crap on the steps, you couldn't get over the steps. So I just, that is a pet peeve of mine, honey.
It is. I know. And the laundry basket that's in the middle of the night on the steps, in the middle of the steps, that's me trying to kill you. Yes.
Yeah.
No, but it's true. These kids, and when you bring them up, you're not teaching our kids anything anyway. That's why they're like, oh, well, I know Dad's going to bring it up. And we learned early on, because we used to live on a 6th-floor walk-up in New York.
Yeah.
Early on in our career, 6 floors. We learned bring everything up at once. 6 floors. Although we did feel safe in the middle of Manhattan on a 6th-floor walk-up, because no one's going to come up to 6 flights to rob us.
That's true.
Right. They can't bring the TV down. They'll be like out of breath saying, "You do it, I'll watch." But it's not until I have to warn my kids. I have to scream this huge announcement or make a family group chat. If I see anything on the steps when I get home tonight, I'm taking away car keys. They can drive, but they can't take a simple thing up the flight of steps and put it away.
Yeah. And the other thing is they leave stuff at the top of the steps. Glasses, dishes, everything, and they don't bring that down, and they pass by it a million times. Anyway, I should have.
At least it's getting out of their room, though. Have you ever been in their room? That's another gripe. That's a whole nother gripe. You're like, where are our forks? All of a sudden we have no forks. Where are we? Go into Tommy's room. There's 10 under his bed. Disgusting.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing with forks, but it's uncomfortable. So, do you think it's time for video of the week?
Yes.
I'm right here, guys. I'm right here. You know that? Like, I'm right behind the scenes the whole time you're talking all this crap.
Well, do you have anything to say for yourself of the gripe of the week?
Take away my car keys. Come to college. Like, I'm not home anyway, so you're not gonna do anything about it.
Well played.
That's
Harry.
what I gotta say. But anyway, yes, let's move on. Sorry to interrupt.
We're gonna do video. Now, our videos of the week, Tom and I teamed up, and together we complemented our videos of the week, because we always share these videos. We love this video, and it happens to be the fall. So happy fall, y'all! Enjoy our videos. So cute. Wait for it.
Those dogs are in the Canine Witness Protection Program, I think.
It's so cute. And here's mine. I want to be a dog in my second life. Look at his tail. All right. Yeah.
Can I just say, your video reminds me of when we, in the fall, growing up in Providence, Rhode Island, we would make leaf piles, big leaf piles, and we would jump in them, but my father would maybe rake them, and you put them on the side of the road, and someone would come along from the Department of Sanitation and pick them up. But there was this guy who lived in our neighborhood, Mark Jeffroy, who drove his dad's Jaguar all the time, and he would run over our piles after we'd spent all this time making a pile. So one day we put garbage cans underneath them and put the leaves over him, and he ran over it with the Jaguar. All hell broke loose, and he wasn't allowed to be in his dad. Yeah, it was a very funny event. Sorry, I just brought that back to me.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Hey, Harry, do we have any comments that we want to talk? Does anybody say anything about our political?
Hey, what's up,
Are we gonna get canceled tonight?
No, not gonna get canceled. So that's good. Maybe next week on canceling cancel culture.
Oh,
but
right.
For now, we are safe. We had some comments before about me talking about that cancel culture. Someone thought it was funny that I said safe place. They said they'll get us somehow. And someone wishes you safe travels to Israel.
Thank
Gina
you.
says, he'll be fine. Right here. And we also got some more comments on Instagram. Hold on. A lot of people with the gripe. My wife does the same thing. Lisa Gray said she's guilty of the same thing. And a lot of people said we're doing the same thing.
They even make baskets. You know, they make baskets that are shape of a staircase that you can put on the stair. I've been wanting to get it. But I know that it will stay in the basket. It will stay in the basket for you. So I'm like, this is a waste of money to buy a basket to put on the steps. It looks good. It hides all the crap, but it's going to just stay.
It's going to be another thing taking out dad in the middle of the night. Ass over tea kettle.
Yeah, I really feel like my family is out to get me. I really do. I feel like you guys do this on purpose. It's almost like I'm a tripwire.
We're being inspiring, at least, because Lisa Gray, who said she does the same thing, said she just picked up her boots off the stairs. So good job, people. Get your shit off the stairs. Go get them off.
Right.
But thank you guys for chiming in. And we'll see you guys next week. You guys can take us away.
All right.
Hey, that's the end of our show. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Say goodnight, Carrie.
Good night, Carrie.
Well, folks, that's a wrap. Remember, life is like a comedy show. Sometimes you bomb, sometimes you shine. But you always blame your spouse on how they deliver the punchline. If you need to get in touch with us, email us at info.coupleoflaughs@gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in. Keep laughing, because you never know. That could save your marriage. Good night. See you next time.